Just a quick one, guys, to explain one of the new mechanics. If you look at the map here, we will see there's a thing here called Deadly Map Boss, right? And if you hover over it, well, it's not doing it here, but it will say you've got to find a beacon on one of the near maps. So I've just sort of made my way around to here, to the Spiderwoods, looking for this beacon. I couldn't find it here and I couldn't find it here. And then I got to this boss map and lo and behold, there's the beacon. So I think the way this works is if you've got a boss map, it either improves the possibility of getting one of these or it guarantees it. But otherwise, you just have to search around on your maps in the surrounding area to try and find this beacon. So I'm going to fight this boss now. I'm actually going to see if I can activate this beacon without even killing the boss. And then we're going to go and have this deadly map boss fight and see what that's like. So I'm just going to dive in here. Try and activate this first. No, you can't do it. Okay, so I have to beat him. Shouldn't be a problem. Freeze him to death, chuck the bell on him, and he's gonna die. There we go, done. Right, so we're gonna activate this now. There we go, and that should, yep, unlocked it. And I don't know how these work. I assume you just chuck a normal map in. So I'm just gonna chuck a T15 map in. I'm not going to overcook it. These two are a bit jank. Did I pick a map up there? That's fine. Instantly, these new periodic curses are quite nice because what happens is it will send a curse like you would do when you cast curse. It will just have a runic mark on the ground and you can dodge them. So you're not permanently cursed with elemental weakness. I just need to make sure I don't get hit by that. That is quite a bad one actually, elemental weakness, but hopefully it won't hit me. So we're going to give this a go. Okay, so I don't want to overcook it, so I'm just going to leave the two mods on this map. Stun build-up can be a little bit of a problem if you get stun locked, but hopefully this will be all right. So the Jade Isles, let's go and have a little explore and see what we've got. Incidentally, since my last build video, I have taken this build to the next level. Obviously, I'm at Endgame maps now. It's pretty strong. I'm only on level 18 skill gems, so when I get my level 20 skill gems, it will obviously be doing a lot more damage. But I'm pretty resilient, I'm pretty tanky, and I do a good amount of damage. There is a bit of setup when you're bossing or just... I picked the bloody elemental weakness up. Yeah, so there is a bit of setup. You've got to do this to get your power charges. Now, you can use... I can't remember the name of it. Combat Frenzy, I think it is, to get power charges, where you have to electrocute or freeze an enemy, and I think you can use that on bossing with the bell. So when you put the bell down and you hit it, any electrocution or freeze that applies to that will give you your charges. But I'm playing around with this. It's called, what is it called? Find it. Get rid of him. Lingering Illusion, which I think this is a new one. So basically, when you do a dodge roll, it leaves an illusion. If that illusion gets killed, and because I'm using Chaos Inoculation, it's only got 1 HP. So if it gets hit by anything, I get power charges. That's basically how it works. I'll go through the build another day, but just so you know what's going on roughly with this build at the moment. I've got Charge Staff, so that's what I need power charges for. And I've got the Tempest Bell for extra damage. In fact, I'll just very quickly show you my setup here, because why the fuck not? We'll go through this in detail another time. But so I'm using Meditate as my channeling skill on my Ascendancy tree so that I can overcharge my energy shield. So that overcharges it by 1.5, so 4k to 6k. Ray Shield is my secondary. That is basically when you use this weapon. This is a really good little tip for you actually. This here is called the Window to Paradise Barricade Tower Shield. So what it does, it inflicts exposure to enemies 3 meters in front of you. So for 4 seconds, for every 0.25 seconds you raise it. But if you literally just tap it, it will cause exposure, and it's elemental exposure, so it exposes to all the elements, not just one element. So that's a really good way to have exposure for free, essentially. And then we've got Ice Strike, Charge Staff, Hand Chiula, Tempest Bell, Herald of Ice, Herald of Thunder, Wind Dance, Ghost Dance, and Lingering Illusion. But as I say, I'm still tweaking this build, so I'll go through it in detail at a later date when I've fine-tuned it a little bit more. But it's doing a good job at the moment. I'm not massively overpowered, but I'm doing alright in these T15s, and I've still got a long way to go. As I say, I'm only on level 18 skill gems. Oh god, I hate chill. Look how much it chills you by. I was playing with the idea of chill reduction in the skill tree, but I don't know. You just need to avoid it, really, is the best way to deal with it. It's that haste and electricity. I don't know if I want to corrupt that, because they're pretty good ones. But I don't think I will. This has to be the first essence ever where I haven't corrupted it, but they're both good ones, electricity and haste, so... Good lord, is this chill effect on me or something? Why is it so... whatever. I'll just drop the bell on him to kill him quickly. I think we'll come back for the expedition. Still picking these up, I don't really know why. Don't need them at this point in the game. Actually, you do for the precursor tablets and maps and things, but you don't really use them on items at this stage. Right, let's go get these rares. As I say, I'll do the expedition later because they can be a bit tasty, and I don't want to die when I'm going to do what. Well, I say that I'll do it before the deadly boss, but I'll do it just before. I won't do it quite yet. Actually, saying that, I might as well just do it. Yeah, fuck it, let's just do it. It'll be alright. Haven't really leveled up my expedition tree yet, so the expeditions aren't too much of a problem. I've got the one big bomb, which honestly I think is my favourite expedition mod, just because it saves you dicking around. Okay, this doesn't look great. Immune to lightning. We'll do this end. This looks fine. So, handy little tip for you when you're doing this, especially if you're using this one big bomb, when you put it down to save you reading all that, you just hover over here. So I've got attacks inflict bleeding, that's a good one because I'm chaos inoculation, so I'm immune to bleeding. I'm also immune to chaos damage. Oh no, they're immune to chaos damage, doesn't matter. I do very little chaos damage. Monsters deal 40% increased damage and penetrate. That's okay, so basically they do 40% more damage. Right. Oh, didn't charge my shield up. Got to remember to do that. Right, as I say, these can be a bit tasty if you get frozen, particularly. So I'm going to do this slow and steady. I think we're alright. Because I'm casting temporal chains on everything, it just means their attack speed is so slow. I can pretty much just run in like that and not get hit by anything, even though my evasion rating is garbage at the moment. So I've only actually got 43%, which is pretty bad, especially when I've only got energy shield, so I can get stunned quite easily. I do have ways to mitigate stun, which are kind of essential in a chaos inoculation build, because if you don't take something, then you're... In fact, I'll just show you. So if you are building chaos inoculation, this is really important. On the monk, anyway, take these nodes here, because otherwise you'll get hit once and you will just get stunned and you will die. So basically, take these. Really good. It also gives you a bit of ailment threshold there as well. So there we go. Ailment not as much of a problem. I can't get poisoned or bled because of chaos inoculation, but I can still get ignited, which sometimes is a problem. You can't heal when or you can't use your meditate when you're ignited, so it can get you in hot water sometimes if you're not careful. Oh, he was a bit of a tanky boy. But yeah, overall I'm reasonably resilient. I'm certainly not tanky, but as long as I remember to just meditate every now and then, it's usually not a problem. I haven't found myself getting one shot for a while now. I've died a lot, in fairness, but most of that was because I was playing high tier maps with no resistances. I'm finding chill to be a bit of a problem though, to say the least. It's really it's not a good look when you're playing a melee character that relies on attack speed. You don't want to be getting chilled. There are nodes on the skill tree that give you 40% less chill or less effective chill, but I just don't think it's worth it. Just don't do chilled maps if you're doing this build with a monk, or avoid them where you can. You'll get chilled by enemies every now and then, but it's usually all right. Okay, so oh no, did I get? Yeah, I got elemental weakness. Got to be a bit careful with that. So elemental weakness is going to nerf your elemental resistances, obviously, and in my case down to, well, you can see they're quite low, so it's best really just to let that wear off. It's only got a few seconds left on it. I have noticed when the curse drops, it doesn't always drop where you're stood, so, or at least I don't think it does. If you keep moving, it tends not to hit you, but you do, like I say, you need to be, oh, like there, it sort of knew I was going to that spot, but it didn't drop where I was stood. You just got to be a little bit careful with it. Bloody hell. Corridors are not good when you're playing. In fact, I don't think they're good when you're playing any build. Unless you've got a auto bomber build where you just one-shot everything, or perhaps minions. Corridor. Oh god, I picked the weakness up. No, no, no. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Run away. Oh, that was fucking close. Jesus. Right, charge back up. See, I couldn't have charged up there because I would have just got hit. There used to be a thing that allowed you to charge your energy shield while getting hit, but I don't think it's in the game anymore. I did look in the... I looked in the support gems and I couldn't find it. So if I'm wrong about that, let me know in the comments, because I'd really like to be able to use that still, but I've forgotten the name of it. Something barrier. But it's a support gem for meditate, essentially. I mean, you can use it on a few different skills, but it's really good on meditate, or it used to be really good on meditate. Ah, pick the weakness up again. We're fine though, we're fine. That was my bad for just sort of diving straight in there. You can get away with that sometimes, but only if you really one-shot everything instantly, and I'm not quite there yet with the one-shotting, so I say that I just one-shot everything there, but you know, it's a bit hit and miss because I'm a crit build and my crit rate's around about 50%. Now, incidentally, on a crit build, you don't want to be at 100%. Because if you are and you get crit-proof enemies, unless they've changed the game, and I'm unaware of this, you just can't hit them. You can't do anything. So I would say 50 to 75% crit rate is probably good. Oh, this is a bit of a tasty one. Nice, got my map already. I think this is boss fight now. This is a free stage fight, if I remember correctly, and it's quite an easy one. So I have done this before. Yeah, let's do that. It's only an ornate, it's a bit shitty. The researchers ones are the strong boxes you want to look out for, because they're the ones that give you currency. The other ones are a bit mid, to be honest. Oh no, no! Nearly got elemental weakness. So you might have spotted there, literally every one of these guys has got temporal chains on them, because I have temporal chains on my hand to Eula. So I curse one, kill them, and then with Hex Bloom, that's spreading to everyone. By far and away the best curse for this build. You don't need elemental weakness, because every time I crit, it ignores any elemental resistances. So yeah, you don't need any elemental pen at all, to be honest. I am critting more often than not. On bosses, incidentally, I've taken a number of measures to make sure I have more crit chance. Very briefly, I'll show you. So I've got, no, not that one. I've got this. 50% increased critical hit chance against blinded enemies, plus another 30% there. So that's 80% more crit hit chance against blinded enemies. Now, I've got 5% blind there and 10% there. When you're fighting a boss, they will permanently be blinded, and they will also be permanently dazed, as long as you've got some blind and dazed chance. The reason being, it doesn't work like electrocution or freeze or anything like that. There isn't a build up to it and then it triggers. It's just you have a percentage chance every time you hit them, and because I've got a high attack speed, it will just permanently be on them as long as I hit them every now and then. I've got the same thing down here, so 10% chance to daze with 40% increased crit chance against dazed and 40% damage against dazed. So when I'm mapping and I just hit something once, it's not gonna give me these buffs, although I am getting 100% increased crit chance crit damage bonus against enemies on full life. So if I crit on the first hit, they just explode basically, which is good for wave clear. But yeah, this is for bossing this stuff. So anyway, right, boss fight time. Oh, we haven't done the got about the strong box. Okay, I don't think that's any good, but we'll get that anyway. Right, boss fight time. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll explain my method for boss fighting. So this setup, the way that this works, first of all, we want to make sure our energy shield is charged to full. And we'll do that because this is a stage fight. We'll do that between stages. So at the start of the fight, I want my shield out like that, just stood by the boss. As soon as the boss throws an attack at me, I'm going to roll through it to leave my illusion down. He'll hit the illusion. I'll then be able to charge my staff and attack him. And by putting this shield out, as I explained earlier, this is going to give me elemental exposure on the boss. It's not much on a boss. I think it's like 10% or something, and you can't boost this. So I have tried this with potent exposure. It doesn't work. So I've also got on my shield, skill gem wise, blind, maim, and pin mobility. It's kind of pointless because I'm not. That only works if you. So when you block, when you put your shield up, if you drop it just as the hits hit you, it'll apply blind and all that. But I don't need to anyway because I've already got blind and maim actually in my build through Wind Dancer. So right, boss fight time. So shield is charged. We're going to hold this open, wait for him to attack, then roll through him. Didn't roll through him, but that's fine. And then just absolutely smash him. Lay the bell down. Hopefully I'll just kill him here. I'm just tapping the shield every now and then to recast exposure. Okay, that's the end of the first phase. So I'm just tapping that shield like that every now and then, and it will just cast exposure. You will see, oh shit, you will see that up in the stats there. So you'll see a whole bunch of debuffs appear.
You cannot escape.
Right, next phase. This phase is okay, I think, if I remember correctly. I actually haven't done a T15 fight with him yet, so I don't know how tricky this is going to be. But we're going to do the same thing again. So shield up, get ready for his first attack, and then roll through him. Go, throws him again, and he's screwed. Look at all those debuffs on him. Oh, he's not dead. I thought he was dead. No, he is dead. Okay. So when it's a phased fight like that, they'll always have a bit of energy shield, a little bit of life left. Okay, same again. So we're getting our shield up. We're going to roll through him when he attacks.
All I have done in your honor. So be it. I will save my people myself.
Oh shit. I don't really know this fight very well, so I'll be a bit careful. What's he doing? I can't hit him. Oh right, okay, yeah, forgot about that. Right, that doesn't look good. I just charge my... Oh shit. Right, I'm just going to dive him because this is dodgy. Charge my shield up. I really need to freeze him. There we go, right, okay. God damn, I played that terribly. I should have just one-shot him at the start there, but yeah, we got him. Instantly, didn't mention it before, but you also do a lot more damage when they're frozen, so that helps. I mean, you won't freeze bosses that often, but you know, he wasn't much of a problem, that fella, so easy to freeze. So there we go. Anyway, I hope you learned something from that, guys. So when you do get these deadly boss maps, that's how you unlock it, and that's how you deal with them. Almost forgot to mention, this is how you get the lineage support gems. So if you are looking to farm them, if you're playing solo self-found, or if you just want to collect them for the fun of it, then that's how you get them. You've got to fight these deadly bosses to get them. So until next time, GG, take care of yourselves, and well played.